God, no, not again. Judy, wake up. It's all right. It's only me. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. I almost didn't recognize you, you know.
What? Oh, I got rid of the wool, that's all.
Yeah.
What about yourself? You look pretty different.
Yeah. Fair force that eats your heart out, eh? Well, your suits, I must admit, you know, you look younger and everything. Bloody good. Gee, it's good to see you, Wally.
Yeah, well, I wish I could say the same about you.
You sure know how to hurt a fella, don't you?
Well, come on, this is the first place they're going to look, isn't it?
Do you think I busted out again?
Well, haven't you?
No. I'm on parole, all above board and legal like.
Fantastic! I can see us going through all that business again, you know. Oh, it is great to see you. Fantastic. I'll make us a cup of tea.
Oh. Still drinking that herbal stuff?
That's all I got.
Yeah, well, it's better than nothing. Just.
Oh, Mum, what on earth happened to you? I came back from Uncle Archer's because I was worried about you and you weren't there. And then he went mad.
I'm all right, darling, I think. Well, what happened?
Well, the police came round to the flat wondering where you were, too.
It's all right. They know what happened. There were witnesses who saw him fall down the stairs. You're in the clear, but the police want to ask you a few details.
I see. Is he dead?
No, he survived the fall. It looks like he's got permanent spinal damage. He'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
Well, because there are still some things you really haven't told me. I mean, like this Jock Stewart thing. He must have had some terrible hold over you, Mum. Have you ever seen anything affect you like that? I need to be told, Mum. I want to be sure that it's not going to happen again.
The story's not very interesting, darling. It's an ugly story.
Mum, come on. You should know by now that anything you tell me isn't going to make any difference. I love you too much for that. Please, Mum. Do you remember when I told you about this friend of mine that was killed by a screw? That was Jock Stewart. He threw her down a flight of stairs. There were no witnesses. They couldn't prove it. But he knew I knew. He used to come to my cell at night and remind me of it. I tried to tell the authorities, but they couldn't prove it. He just was fired, that's all. Anyway, when I escaped, I discovered by accident that he was running a massage parlor racket. I realized that if I got a job there, I could get to him. The whole thing backfired anyway. He was blackmailing me. I rang the police and said they could find us there. We were arrested, and I thought it was over. That's why when I saw him at the Trots, it was such a shock, you see. I didn't think he'd see me, but he had. Didn't take him long to find me, did it? Only this time, he threatened to hurt you. He hurt me, too. When he fell down the stairs, I knew he was hurt. He asked me to help him. Can you believe that? He said, help me. I just walked away. You know the rest, Laurie. I know it's not easy for you to think of what I did. It was something I had to do. By the way, Jock Stewart didn't die after all. He'll never walk again, though. He's got permanent spinal injury. At least he won't be able to hurt anyone, that's all.
Yeah, the cops still want to see you, though.
Yeah. Mrs. Morris said it's only going to be me going into the police station giving a statement about what happened.
Shouldn't be too bad, should it?
I don't know. I'm still on parole.
Well, surely that won't make any difference, Mum. I mean, you haven't done anything wrong.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, here we are, Miss Bryant. You just sign those and read it through and should be okay.
Yeah, thanks. Listen, is this going to be it? I mean, there won't be any legal action or anything like that, will there?
I don't see why. With you and the other witness stating it was an accident, well, that should wrap up the case.
Well, thank God for that, huh?
You know, that steward character sounds like a nasty piece of work. Between you and me, I'd say he got exactly what he deserved.
Well, thank you for all your help.
Anytime, Miss Bryant.
Well, I'd never had a policeman be so polite to me before. You know what? He even offered me a cup of tea.
Rose hip or elderberry?
Oh, well, neither, thank God. It was delicious.
Well, here we go.
That was a bubbly.
You want one,
Which
Mike?
one?
That one. You want, Mum?
Thanks, my sweet.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Stop. Just wait till we get to the motel, will you?
Oh, come on. Like to play hard to get, do you?
No, let me go!
Okay, mister. Cut it out, will you?
What's it bloody got to do with you?
It's my cab, isn't it? And you just ship up or shape out.
All right, all right. Keep the change. Well, here we are, sweetheart. This is home.
I'm not coming.
What?
I've changed my mind. I'm allowed to do that, aren't I?
Oh, you bloody well aren't. What do you think you're playing at?
Stop it, will you? Just leave me alone.
All right, fella, let go of her.
Like hell.
You heard me. Let go of her.
What's it got to do with
She doesn't
you?
want to go with you, creep. Get in the car. Sure know how to pick him, don't you?
Hey, come here. Come back. You bitches! I'll get you for this!
Here.
No, this one's on me. You just do me a favor instead, huh?
What?
You get yourself another job. There's no job for a kid like you, dealing with bastards like that all the time.
What do you suggest?
Well, I don't know, but just must be something.
Do you think I'll be doing this if I had a choice?
I don't think anyone would do it if they had a choice.
I've been looking for a job for bloody months. No one wants to know me. And I like to eat. So I have to do something.
Yeah.
Hey. You've been real nice to me. Thanks.
Okay.
See ya.
Grab yourself.
Yeah.
There was two of them. This little chick and her mate, she drove the cab. Well, they bashed me and took my wallet. Now, I want those bitches found and sent where they belong.
Oh, God, bloody pigs.
Judy Bryant?
Yes?
Senior Detective Burke, this is Constable Davis. I'd like to talk to you about your movements last night, if you don't mind.
You make it sound as though I've got a choice.
Oh, don't be like that. It's talk like that that gives us a bad name.
What do you want?
Well, firstly, I'll tell you what we know already. Now, it seems that you and an accomplice assaulted one of your passengers and stole his wallet. Now, you picked him up.
Just a minute, you've lost me.
You deny it?
I never stole a thing. I picked up a guy. He gave me a hard time. I had to throw him out of the taxi. Look, I'm on parole. You don't think I'm going to do anything to blow that? It's a wallet, so what?
So we found it in your garbage bin. Which means you've blown your parole, lady.
You're not going to believe this. They said that I thumped some guy and took his money.
I suppose you got evidence? Or a witness?
Found a wallet in your garbage bin, credit cards but no money. Credit cards are made out in the name of Mr. Richard Cosby, who happens to be the name of the complainant.
Yeah, and he happens to be a creep, too.
You know him, Jude?
No, and I don't want to. Look, all that happened was that this guy and a kid got in my car. They said to take him to the Sunset Hotel, and then he started to make a nuisance of himself.
All right, Bryant, give us the details down the station.
Look, officer, or whatever you are, look, I've known Jude for ages. She is not violent.
I'm sorry, I've had a complaint. I've got enough to take her in.
Judy, I am very sorry to see you back in here.
Yeah? Well, I'm not too happy myself, although I'm not surprised.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Oh, come on, Mrs. Davidson. I don't stand a chance. None of us do.
No, that's not true, Judy. You had a good job and a good accommodation. That's a lot more than most people have.
Yeah? Well, I also have a record. And that means that any citizen can accuse me of anything they like, and chances are I'll end up back in here. I don't count. Oh, yeah, sure, I got a job, didn't I? My daughter practically had to beg for that. I had a flat, but she had to sign the rent in her name. I mean, what they think I'm going to do, have a one-woman orgy in that place at night?
It's very hard to fight prejudice, I know.
Well, it's not fair. It's just not fair. I don't know how I'm going to tell her. I don't know how I'm going to tell her that I'm back inside so soon.
Look, she'll believe you.
It's going to break her heart.
Oh, come on. Don't underestimate her. She's a wonderful girl. Now, the rest of the women have gone into the garden. Let's go out there and get some fresh air, eh?
I just thought she was out for a good time. So then she asked me if I wanted to go to a party she knows about. What's a fair way off? So we decided to take a taxi.
Whose suggestion was that?
Hers. We left the pub, and a taxi, driven by this woman, the accused, just happens to be round the corner. Well, we got in, she drove off, and we came to this block of flats, and that's where it happened.
The details, Mr. Crosby, if you don't mind, tell us exactly what happened.
Well, her accomplice and me got out of the taxi.
Objection, Your Worship. There is no evidence to suggest that...
Stone, I think we should refer to this prostitute by name. Jackie, I believe it was.
Say you'd just driven this elusive young woman to the block of flats where she lives, and yet nobody has been able to locate her.
Well, that's where she said she lived.
You just helped this young person out of a difficult situation, and yet, on a matter like this, she lied to you.
Well, so what? I mean, she was just a scared young street kid.
I understood you told the court that you didn't know her.
I didn't. We were just talking, that's all.
Before or after the alleged offence?
Escaping lawful custody. Assaulting a police officer. Quite an impressive list. These are serious offences, Bryant. It seems you're unable to conduct yourself in a lawful manner.
But I had nothing to do with it.
I'm quite satisfied that the prosecution's case has been proved, and that the evidence offered up by the defense does not rule out culpability. Therefore, it is the sentence of this court that your parole license be revoked, and that you be sentenced to an additional 6 months' imprisonment.
Jude!
Hello again.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. It didn't work out, eh?
Blew my parole, got another 6 months.
Hell, it's not bloody fair. Especially if you didn't do anything.
It makes you want to run out and rob a bank.
Yeah. Well, Ron Crosby certainly had him fooled. When the magistrate heard that I was already a hardened criminal, well, I didn't have Buckley's.
Bloody mongrels.
It's crazy, isn't it? I got in here to be with someone I loved, and now everyone I love's on the outside. I think there's always going to be bars between me and the people I care about. I don't know how I'm going to tell my daughter I'm back inside.
Yes, you just like an ant. You all thought you could beat me, didn't you? I'll show you what I
God, it all happened so fast.
Yeah.
Oh, feels as though I swallowed a packet of razor blades.
Yeah, well, take it easy, love. You don't have to talk.
I was just walking along the corridor, and suddenly she's dragging me. I mean, just dragging me in here. I'm no lightweight, babe, but my God, she was strong.
I'm hungry.
Well, have a carrot. It's fewer calories and it's good for your eyesight.
Oh, that's a load of bull.
Have you ever seen a fat rabbit wearing glasses?
All right, Donahue, get a meal.
Yeah, and say a prayer before your first mouthful.
Everybody, this is Jackie Donahue.
Right.
Hello.
What's up with you? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I have. That's her. That's the girl in the taxi. What? That's the one. That's the bitch that's responsible for me being back in here. That's her.
Pretty cool little number, isn't she?
Yeah. I'll soon sort that out. Hello. Remember me?
No. Should I?
Well, the last time I saw you, I was driving a taxi and you were in a spot of bother.
I take a lot of taxis. I don't remember the drivers.
Well, how about the drivers that do time for you? Do you remember them?
I don't know what you're talking about. You're getting me mixed up with someone else.
What's going on?
I don't know. Hey, Bryant, what's got your knickers in a knot?
Yeah, come on, Jude, fill us in.
This is the little bitch I was telling you about. I saved her from a drunk in my taxi, so to thank me, she rolled and emptied his wallet and left me to take the blame.
Look, she's crazy. I've never seen this old bat before in my life.
Watch your mouth. You were talking about a friend of mine.
I don't know who she's after, but it's not me. I haven't done nothing.
Well, you're going to do something now. You're going to tell the screws and the governor and the whole bloody world, if necessary, that you're the one that they want and get me out of here.
Leave me alone.
Maybe she needs a little persuasion.
Yeah, let me do it. I'm real good at persuading.
No. Something I got to handle myself. Listen to me, Jackie. You owe me one. You would have been in big trouble with that drunk if I hadn't helped you. You can't just turn your back on me.
Look, I'm sorry. Really, I am. But I've got to look after myself. I've only got 2 weeks to serve in this hole. I'd be mad to lumber myself with 2 years.
Well, I'm doing 2 years for an assault and robbery I didn't commit. Okay, maybe I can do nothing about that. But they are looking for my accomplice, and we both know who that is.
What's going on in here?
She was just filling me in on things.
Get your things together, you're moving to a single cell. Don't argue with me, just do as you're told.
Besides, if they thump a confession out of her, that could do me more harm than good. They think I'm a thug, they could lock me up forever. I don't want any heavying.
Mightn't be that easy to stop them. You know what the women are like when they get head up? They thump first and listen to reason later.
Judy, that's marvellous. And she said she'd sign a confession.
Yes, I can't believe I'm going to get out.
Steady on. There's a lot of red tape to go through before that happens.
Yeah, I know. All I care about, though, is that it will happen. Jackie?
Who did this?
I don't know.
Anything to do with Bryant's confession?
I think so.
No! Do you want to be moved to isolation?
Just get me away.
But what about... Oh, damn it, Mrs. Morris, did you find out who bashed Jackie or not?
Well, I thought you might be able to tell me that.
Me? Oh, I thought you knew me better than that.
I thought so.
Look, Mrs. Morris, Jackie was about to sign a confession that was going to get me out of here. Then some morons come and bash her up and she does a turnabout. I'd be the last person in the world to ever lay a finger on her.
Well, I know bashing isn't your style, Judy, so I don't think it was you.
Did you bash Jackie? Yeah, me and Marg, I reckon it was time we sorted her out.
Susie sorted her out, not you. Susie had a nice quiet talk with her. She agreed to sign the confession.
You mean after we thumped her?
He means before you mucked it up.
How could you do this to me, Doreen? She was going to tell everything I was going to get out of this dump. For God's sake, now if she even admits that she did it, they're only going to think that she's been beaten into admitting it.
Yeah, you bloody idiot.
Well, we only wanted to...
Yeah, I know what you wanted. And since when did you start taking an interest in my welfare?
Look, we were only trying to help.
Yeah, I don't reckon this is fair.
Well, is it fair that I have to spend the rest of my life in this dump because she just wouldn't sign a confession?
Yeah, well, I reckon I could get her to sign it.
Haven't you heard a single thing we've said?
With friends like you, who needs enemies?
Sorry, Judy.
You got a visitor this afternoon, Judy.
Me? Who is it?
Detective Sergeant Burke. It's about Jackie's confession.
But I thought that... Well, I mean, do you think they'll take it seriously now?
Well, I hope so. Unfortunately, I called him before the assault. But don't give up.
I hope it all works for you, Jude.
Well, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it one way or the other.
Now, how long have you known your friend, Jackie Donahue? Well, I've got to ask you this because her story doesn't quite tie in with yours.
Yeah, well, so what does that mean if she... You bastard. You rotten bastard!
Judy.
You had no intention of looking into my case, did you? All you wanted was for me to admit that Jackie was the girl in my taxi that night.
Which you've just done, thank you. Now, why don't you tell me the rest?
Go to hell.
Now, look, you're doing yourself no favours. We've still got our witness, remember?
Oh, yeah, you got a witness, all right. That's if you can keep him sober long enough to get his lies straight. He's the one that should be charged.
I'm sorry you feel that way after such a promising start. Your friend Donahue was even less cooperative. However, we do seem to have a case.
I tell you have. I'm innocent.
Are you?
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Pleased? That's the understatement of the year. I thought my chances of getting out of here were really stuffed. Oh, sorry, I mean...
I think I know what you mean.
Well, what do we do now?
Well, first of all, a copy of this has to be forwarded to the police through your solicitor. Then they decide whether or not you and Donahue were, in fact, in collusion.
Well, we weren't. I mean, that was clear in the statement.
Yes, I know, and I'm sure she was telling the truth. But the police have to make the final decision. You then make an application for an appeal, and all being well, the sentence should be quashed.
Okay, that's clear. What's next?
Well, as you know, your parole license has been cancelled, so you will have to reapply for that. In the meantime, just behave yourself and don't spoil your chances.
You don't have to worry about me. From now on, I'm going to be a little angel.
I've spoken to a member of the Transport Regulation Board.
Oh, that's great. One more load off my old mind, eh?
No, I'm afraid not. They're not willing to renew your taxi license.
You're kidding.
I'm sorry.
Well, did you tell him my parole would probably come through?
Of course.
Well, then why the hell
Well,
won't they...
apparently it was touch and go last time.
Oh,
because
yeah,
you're
I
parole.
see. And this was the last straw. Well, isn't that bloody ridiculous? I'm not even guilty.
Look, it's not the end of the world. I'll do my best to find you something else.
And if you don't, I'll never get my parole, will I?
Judy, I've had a talk with the parole board chairman about that job at the halfway house.
Oh, nothing's gone wrong, has it?
Quite the contrary. He thinks it's a good idea.
Did you hear that, everyone?
Yeah, gee, and you're doing so well in the laundry trade, too.
Yeah, fancy changing your job at this time of your life.
Come on, girls, I'm not out of here yet.
I think it's fairly safe to say you will be tomorrow after the hearing.
I can't believe it, you know. A new job and a new home. And I can't wait to see that new house. Hope it's in the style I've grown accustomed to.
You'll get a chance to see it before the hearing. Mrs. Morris is meeting Myra there, so you can have a quick look round then.
Thanks for everything, Mrs. Davidson. Sure this is it?
32 Worthington Street.
Not exactly the Ritz, is it?
No.
Oh, well. I always fancied early modern collapsible.
I wonder where Myra is.
She could be inside, I guess. Well, let's see if it's as stunning on the inside as it is on the outside.
Myra? Strange, she said she'd be here. Oh.
Who? The pigs have been here, huh?
Myra?
Oh. Come. Yuck. Oh, damn. Oh, hi, Wally. Welcome to home, sweet home.
Hello, Wally. Oof. Look, Myra must have been tied up with something else. I think I'd better go and give her a call.
Okay, Mrs. Morris, you want us to come with you?
No, there's no need. I won't be long. We can't be late for that parole board meeting.
Well, what can I say? I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting home comforts or anything, but this. Oh my God, it's going to take 20 years just to get it halfway decent.
Well, it is a halfway house. Now, come on, Jude. There's nothing wrong here that can't be fixed with a hammer and a few nails.
You're more like a bulldozer.
Madame is not satisfied?
No, Madame is not satisfied. I don't know the bastard would lumber me with something like this.
Well, Madame has completely overlooked the potential of this place. I mean, where else could you get a place that you can completely renovate to your own taste and satisfaction? That you have to renovate to your own taste and satisfaction?
You're a nut, you know that?
Anyway, look, I'll be around the place. I'm pretty nifty with a hammer.
Oh, I bet you are.
That's all it'll take, just a few coats of paint, a few knickknacks, you know, and then it'll be right. Tell you what I'll do. I'll bring down some pottery from my place. That'll start your shop off.
Oh, come on, Wally. I can't let you do that.
I've got a few bits and pieces hanging around. They're seconds, you see. The galleries won't take them. I mean, nobody will know the difference. They'll still sell. Well, that's what you want, isn't it?
Sure is.
Come
Thanks.
on, cheer up. You know, if it goes wrong here, there's always a bed at my place.
I know, love. Well, I took on this job. I might as well stick to it, and I'd better get started. Let's see if there's a broom lurking around here somewhere, huh? No.
It's really important to me.
So's my parole. I mean, they frisk you when you go out of here. You know that.
There are ways.
I can't.
My mother's sick. She really needs the money. I can't get to it.
Is that letter for your mother?
No, it's for Duncan Campbell, the guy who was with me in the hold-up. I thought he might be able to get some money to her.
Well, there must be a way to get to him legit.
The warders are watching me. They follow up everything that goes out. If the police start snooping around Duncan, I've had it. Really, it's this way or nothing.
Does she really need that money?
Hospital bills like you wouldn't believe.
All right, I'll do it.
Thanks a million, Jude. I won't forget you for this.
So on behalf of everyone, I'd just like to say that we hope it goes real good for you on the outside, Jude.
Well, I'm sure going to try.
Of course, we'd like to say that we wish you weren't going.
Get on with it, Doreen.
I am. And, I'd just like to say good luck. And we'd like to give you this.
That's real good, you know. Huh? It's going to be the first thing I put up in the craft shop, you'll see.
Mine's Becky's. Don't be guts and eat them all at once.
I won't. Well, I don't know what to say. Except, thanks all very much, and I'm going to miss you. I'll be back, though.
Just slow it down, your official business.
Oh, be
bloody hell.
Well,
Right, Bryant, you wanted in reception.
Ready, Judith? Yeah. Ready as I'll ever be, I guess. Bye.
Bye, Jude.
Take care, love. Miss Jude.
Well, not much cash there. Don't think I'll be skipping the country.
Bryant, you haven't been searched yet. Come here. You've been through it all before. Funny you should forget about this.
Can't wait to get your ugly paws on someone, can you?
Don't be insubordinate, Bryant. You're not out of here yet. Uh-huh. What's this? You're not going anywhere, Bryant, except back to your cell where you belong.
No, look, that letter's very important to Hannah. You hand that over and you might as well forget about her.
I will do whatever I like with Simpson, and whenever. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Now you listen to me, Ferguson. If you are responsible for me staying in this place, I will make it my life's work that you never get near Hannah or anyone else for that matter.
Something wrong? What's that?
Oh, just an old letter of Bryant's from her daughter.
Oh, I see.
All right, Bryant. You can get out of here now.
I'll see you to the gate, Judy.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, Bea! Bye! Bye, everyone! Bye-bye! Goodbye, love. It's just, I don't know if I can hack it, you know? I've never done anything like this before.
I'll just treat it like a challenge, huh? I know you'll make good. Anyway, here are the seconds I promised you.
It's lovely. Nothing wrong with that. These aren't seconds, are they?
Well, I didn't want to give you rubbish.
You're 1 in a million.
No, there's one in a raffle.
Huh? Oh, 1 in a raffle. Get
That's
out.
what I want to see. I want to see you laughing. Yeah? You should be celebrating. Hey, what a great idea. Let's go out and celebrate.
I can't. I got too much cleaning up to do.
No, not on your first night out. No, come on. I won't take no for an answer.
There's a cup of real tea. I don't have any of that herbal stuff.
Ah, don't worry. I'm so dry. I'll even drink your poison.
You could get addicted to this, you know.
No risk with me. I'm not going to wreck my liver.
Come in.
Just come for a sticky peek.
Oh, well, there's not much to say.
I'm Thelma Turner. I live across the street.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm Judy Bryant. This is Albert Wallace.
Oh, g'day.
Oh, g'day.
What's it to be, a shop?
Nah.
Always thought this would be a good place for a restaurant or one of those takeaway food places.
Well, it's not any of those.
Oh?
No, it's going to be a shelter.
What do you mean? For alcoholics?
No, it's a halfway house.
Oh, for bashed wives?
No.
I feel as if I'm playing 20 questions.
It's going to be a place for women ex-prisoners.
Oh, I see.
There's a real need for places like that, you realise?
Yeah, most of them around here won't like that.
Well, then they'll just have to lump it, won't they?
What Judy means is that...
I know what she means, and good on her. I like a battler. Always been one myself.
Well, I wish we had a mug. I can't offer you a
Come
cuppa.
over to my place. I've got cakes and biscuits, all homemade.
Oh, you've won me.
I'll be able to ask more questions, too.
I'll bet. At least she's an honest sticky beak, huh?
Thelma, you wouldn't have any herbal tea, would you?
I'm going to see that this works if I have to beg, borrow, or otherwise.
Well, don't get too carried away. A lot of eyes on you at the moment. Many people would like to see you fail. Don't give them an excuse.
Don't worry. I won't.
Bryant, what are you doing here?
I've got an appointment.
I can't make it on the outside, huh? Come back to be readmitted?
I've got an appointment with the governor and Mr. Douglas.
What for?
To discuss the halfway house, if you must know.
Well, I suppose if you've nothing else to do with your time, you might as well waste it on that as anything else. Sign.
You're going to be very unhappy when the halfway house succeeds. I've already signed. Donna, open the door. I want to talk to you.
Just a minute.
Not just a minute. Now. Stupid bitch. Ow! Listen. If you want to kill yourself, you go right ahead and kill yourself, but you're not going to do it here. Do you understand me?
I can't help it.
You're pathetic, you know that. You don't even deserve to be saved. But Susie does. And I'll tell you one thing. You are not going to drag that child downhill with you.
Donna, it's all right.
You come here. You have a good look at your friend. It's not a pretty sight, is it? And you'll look a hell of a lot worse than that in a couple of years' time if you don't pull yourself together. Is that what you want from life, Susie? Is it?
Council inspector will want to see the property to make sure any alterations you make are under regulations.
Right. Well, thank you very much.
Just a minute.
Oh, I can't have forgotten anything.
The soft toys, will they be made on the premises?
Oh, well, some of them might be.
In that case, each worker will require a minimum space of 30 square meters.
30 meters?
Yes.
Hey, what if I hired midgets?
And as for liquor, it may be consumed there, but not sold.
Right.
Come on, Max, you give us a real show.
Get your bloody paws off me, Max!
What the hell's going on in here? Turn this stuff down! Get out! What are you talking about? You just pack up all your stuff and clean up this goddamn mess and get out of here. And you shut up too, or you'll end up out of here as well. Oh, come on, move it, you fools! What's with the bag?
Oh, I'm going, Jude. I got the job, you see, and I rang Mrs. Paxton and she said she wanted me to move in right away.
Oh, well, good, yeah.
It's not it really, Jude. And it's not you. Well, you've been really good to me, and you know that. It's just that I can't stand this lot any longer.
I understand, darling. You just come and visit me real soon, you hear? You promise?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, love.
Hey, where's she going? Hey, don't go. Oh, this is what happened. I'm Councillor Barnes. Is there Judy Bryant here?
I'm sorry. Don't do that, Jude. I'll clean up.
You're damn right you'll clean up. What the hell were you on about, Maxine?
He was just having a party. Got a bit out of hand, I guess.
You guess? The councillor could close this place down now. Do you realize that?
Gonna throw me out?
I'm thinking about it.
You're certainly both going to have your work cut out for you.
Yeah, at least I have help now, huh?
Oh, I meant to congratulate you on your handling of the board with Tony's appointment.
Yeah, I understand they're not always so approachable.
Well, let's just say you have to learn how to go about it.
I see. Judy must have it mastered.
When the women walk out of the gates here, Tony, they're going back into a world they haven't seen for some months, sometimes years. That's where you will come in.
Yeah. I think it's important that the women get every chance to prove they can make it. And they shouldn't be ashamed of asking for help.
Yeah, well, I don't think our success rate's going to be that high. I mean, adjustment's not easy. That's why so many women end up back in here.
Yeah, that's because places like yours haven't been available to them.
Well, I don't want to dampen your enthusiasm this early in the piece, but don't be too disappointed by the failures.
Well, good luck. I admire your courage in taking on the project, Tony.
Oh, Max, where did you get all this stuff from?
I don't know. Around?
I mean, don't you realize, if the cops find this, they could close this whole place down.
Oh, they won't.
I could go to jail. I mean, what were you thinking of?
Is this part of what you sold today?
Well,
just tell me it's not, huh?
Sorry, Jude.
I know what we're going to do. We'll have to get rid of it. I mean, we'll have to get rid of it or we'll get busted.
Where?
I don't care where. You just get rid of it, the lot of it. I'm not going back to jail for you, mate. Not for you or anyone.
I
take it the name Driscoll holds some significance.
Oh, yes. It's named after our first success, Susie Driscoll. We picked her up off the streets before the pimps were going to push heroin into
Your
her.
worship.
I mean, she's only 17. Now, that's what the halfway house is all about.
Yes, all right, Miss Bryant. You may hand out brochures after the hearing.
I believe Driscoll House employs a Mr. Anthony Berman. Is that correct?
Yes?
And are we to believe Mr. Berman didn't see Gaffney either?
He couldn't have.
Why? Because he said so?
No, because he wasn't there. Oh, what do you want?
Tony Berman.
He's not here.
Where's he been the last few nights?
I have no idea. I've been in Sydney.
You better tell me where he is.
I don't have to tell you anything. If you don't mind, I'm very busy here.
I do mind. Someone's trying to frame me for murder.
Isn't that sad? Wish him good luck from me, won't you?
I haven't said anything to the police yet, but it could be Tony Berman.
You're crazy.
Police say he's the only one without an alibi for the night Seymour and Gibson were killed.
Well, that doesn't prove a bloody thing.
Oh, no? He's always hanging around tarts like that.
Yeah, well, that's his job, isn't it?
Because you can't blame him for wanting to get rid of them.
Now, just a
2
minute.
less polluting the atmosphere, nearly 3.
Oh, you bitch.
Nobody's going to accuse me of murder.
Funny, I thought the cops already had.
One more word out of you, smart, and
And you what?
We're not in Wentworth now, you know. You can't make us do a damn thing. Get out.
I haven't finished.
Yes, you have. Because if you don't go, I'm going to call the cops. And I think they'd be very interested to hear about you harassing 2 more women.
Put it there.
Anyway, we've had our successes, but we're aware of our failures. I still think that the halfway house is a vitally important project. And as long as people need us, that's how long we're going to be here. Thank you. I heard on the radio that a couple of the women were dead. They didn't say which ones or anything.
It was Barbara Fields and Mouse.
Mouse?
Yeah, we were together when the gates locked.
God.
Don't know why she wouldn't come with me, but...
Oh, no. Poor little Mouse.
Gee, I'm sorry. Were you good friends? Look, do you want a cup of tea or something? I feel so useless.
No, look, we'll make some for Tony. I think he's been upstairs for a long time. Come on, I'll show you where everything is. Speaking of babies, guess who's going to be a grandma?
Your Laurie's pregnant. Oh, what do you know?
How long? Oh, pretty soon, I think.
Oh, soon? Well, why didn't you tell us before?
Well, I didn't know. I mean, it just came out of the blue.
Oh, from memory, that's not how it usually happens.
Don't be silly. I mean, I just found out. I think Laurie was trying to have a baby for a long time. You know, she had a miscarriage last year. But I probably didn't want to tell anybody until they were really sure, you know.
She's all right now?
Yeah, Jeff says she's positively glowing. And they're past the danger stage, so it should be just plain sailing.
Oh, wait till I tell B. Just imagine our Jude and Grandma.
I guess I'll have to hand out cigars on the big day, huh? I'll tell you one thing, though. I wasn't much good to Laurie when she was a kid. I'm gonna make it up to this one.
Yeah, thanks. For everything.
Come on. Keep in touch, will you?
You're a very special lady.